You could take me now.
This weekend, Kelvin Benjamin used to play with Cam Newton, came out and crushed Cam Newton, basically saying, I would have loved to have played with any other quarterback, somebody who was accurate and put the ball where you could catch it, anybody with knowledge of the game. And, of course, Cam defenders came out in droves. They always do. But you know what, Carolina? It's too late with Cam. You can bring in the new coach. You've coddled and babied him for the last 7 years.
Being a quarterback can be one of the most exciting yet criticizing positions in football. People bash and hate on you for losing or think you're too arrogant for celebrating. Cam Newton is a prime example of being one of the most hated quarterbacks in the NFL. A quarterback who's taken his team to a Super Bowl, won an MVP, and has gone to playoffs plenty of times with a not-so-great receiving core. To truly understand what I'm talking about, guys, let's look at what his former teammate Kelvin Benjamin said. He called him inaccurate and questioned his football knowledge on the field. Now, a guy like Kelvin Benjamin shouldn't have room to talk because, guys, if you remember in the draft that he came in at 280, and in the great words of Shannon Sharpe, athletes always blame others and never take responsibility for themselves. This is one of those examples where Kelvin Benjamin needs to look in the mirror and understand that, he wasn't in such great shape, coming into the NFL, and the Panthers tried to work with him diligently, but he wasn't cutting it, and that's why they traded him to the Bills. Despite Cam Newton trying to get you the ball, let's look at the stats. 2014, you had 1,080 yards with 9 touchdowns, and 2016, you had 941 yards with 7 touchdowns. So I'm trying to understand how Cam is truly inaccurate. Sure, he's no Brady or Rodgers, but he had no problems throwing the ball your way and you getting those touchdowns and yards. It's ridiculous for Kelvin Benjamin to say that, and I don't understand why he's saying that. I do appreciate Steve Smith backing Cam Newton up on the situation, basically calling Kelvin Benjamin out, saying that's BS what you're saying. So let's move on forward, guys. Now, we had to look at the 2015 season. If we all remember, Cam Newton and his team went 15-1, and he was dominating, with his sharp skill and smooth dancing. Now, a lot of people are really pissed off about Cam's celebration. However, no one really says anything when Brady goes quote-unquote cycle time, when he scores a touchdown, he doesn't know what he's doing in the field, all that crap. Then you got Aaron Rodgers does a discount double check, the whole belt thing. A lot of other, quarterbacks do their own little dance, and sure, it may not be as long and choreographed as Cam, but a celebration is a celebration, so a dance is a dance, So if you're going to criticize one quarterback about it, you might as well say, oh, well, Brady or, Drew Brees or Aaron Rodgers, you can't do that either. It's kind of sickening for everybody just to, point out, certain quarterbacks, because they want to celebrate, It's really not fair, guys. And if you do remember correctly, guys, there was a game where the Panthers played the Titans, of course the Panthers dominated them, and the lady and our 4-year-old daughter, I believe she was 4, basically sent out a letter complaining to NFL about Cam Newton dancing, saying it was inappropriate. Now, I think it's a little bit excessive because, these guys are playing football and this sport is so dangerous. We all know it could be over in one play or whatever. So you should celebrate when you get the chance to, especially when you score a touchdown or whatever. So I don't understand, what the issue was with Cam Newton dancing. He's having fun out there. Let the man be, playing on the football field. Who doesn't get excited when they score a touchdown and get a sack? But moving on, guys. Now, Pro Football Focus came out today, and this is crazy. They ranked Cam Newton 17th, which means guys like Matthew Stafford, Derek Carr, Jimmy Garoppolo, Marcus Mariota, Alex Smith, and Kirk Cousins are above him. Now, Cam Newton is definitely a top 10 quarterback in this league, and I don't have any issues with the other quarterbacks. It's just okay, compare Cam Newton to Matthew Stafford. Obviously, Cam Newton has a better resume. Alex Smith, you could kind of argue, okay, they kind of got a little bit of the same resume, except for Cam Newton has the MVP over Alex Smith. Jimmy Garoppolo, he hasn't done too much, so everybody's kind of already placing high standards on him, as if he's done a lot. I understand that, with the 49ers, what he's doing so far, but let's get a full season of, what he's going to do. Dak Prescott, he's a junior right now, so he shouldn't be ranked. I think he's ranked 12th. Yes, I'm sorry, he's ranked 12th. He shouldn't be that high, although he's a good quarterback. Saying Marcus Mariota is a senior. He's definitely made some great strides. Still should be ranked 16th. It's just a lot, And don't even start with Kirk Cousins. I'm not a Kirk Cousins hater, but you know how I feel about him, guys. So moving on. I just, wish Cam Newton got his due props, in the NFL, There's even certain plays, where if Brady or Rodgers or Brees gets hit, the ref will, call it, but How many times have we seen Cam Newton get, blasted, and then the ref just looked the other way and said, it is what it is, but let it be Brady or Rodgers or anybody else that throws a hissy fit in the pocket, they'll call them like, okay, yeah, give it to Brady or Breeze, And I think it's just unfair. I understand, the NFL likes to cater to like certain superstars, especially within quarterbacks. So, and another thing, I'm sorry I forgot about this, but Andrew Luck is ranked 7th. A man that hasn't played in 2 full seasons is ranked higher above Cam Newton. Now, that's really crazy to me because what has Andrew Luck done recently? I understand what he's done before, guys. We all know how great he is, but things have changed now. He's coming to a new division practically, so why give him such a high, ranking? I don't understand these ESPN rankings. Honestly, I think it's kind of bogus at sometimes, but whatever. We'll see what happens, obviously. But and one more thing about Cam Newton, we all can. I guess I don't agree, but a lot of people will say, well, he's a sore loser. I'm pretty sure everybody's a sore loser in their own way or own, how they express it and whatnot. If you guys recall, especially with the Super Bowl he lost, that was his first Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure if you lost your first Super Bowl or whatever the case may be, you don't want everybody up in your face asking you 100 million questions. Well, what happened? What happened? Of course somebody's gonna be depressed, sour. Heck, not even want to talk or nothing. And I know some people will say you're obligated to talk to the media after you play a sport, after the game's over. But would you rather talk to a furious person who's going to go off raw emotion or have time to process it than talk about, especially with a game like that? Nobody wants to be hammered and badgered about well, you lost. I think that's very inconsiderate of the media to do that, and makes Cam Newton look bad when he's just like, he's thinking, man, I just blew a Super Bowl. Like, let the man live, give him a couple of days, then you guys can, question him, with all that stuff. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that Cam Newton is one of the most hated or disrespected quarterbacks in the league? Let me know if there's any other quarterbacks that may be disrespected or hated, whatever the case may be, guys. With that, if you're new, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate if you really do share. Road to 2K starts right now, boys. With that being said, I am out.